basically, in a nutshell, I would have to say yes, basically.
Okay, let's go, sir, to the next concert, which you have provided statements about, and that's at Radio City Music Hall. You attended a Bob Dylan concert with Mr. Damiano at Radio City Music Hall on October 16th, 1988. Is that correct?
Yes.
And who else went with you?
Just me and Jim.
Did you buy your own tickets?
No.
How did you get the tickets?
He went up to the box office and he asked for them, and there they were, the backstage passes.
Keep your voice up, please.
Backstage passes and tickets.
And tickets.
At Waterloo, you just had tickets, no backstage passes.
Correct.
Did Mr. Damiano tell you where he got the tickets and backstage passes?
He told me from Anthony Tiller.
Mm-hmm. And where were the tickets?
They were at the box office.
Where were the seats? I'm sorry.
Oh, the seats, they were very close. Mm-hmm. And very nice. They were good seats.
Did you or Mr. Damiano bring lyrics to this concert?
Yes.
Did he tell you why he wanted to bring lyrics to this concert, having allegedly just submitted lyrics?
It's the same reason.
Mm-hmm. Which was?
To give the songs to Bob so he could look at them.
Did Mr. Damiano, before this concert, tell you that you and he were going to meet Bob Dylan after this concert?
Oh, that was... So, yes, I was under the same impression that this time I was going to meet him for sure. I didn't actually say that, but...
Did you think that?
Oh, I may have or may not have actually thought that. But when I saw the backstage passes, and I was sure. This time I was sure. When I pulled them out of the envelope, I was sure I was going to meet Bob this time.
And being such a big Bob Dylan fan, even if there was a 1% chance that you were going to meet Bob Dylan, you're going to be there.
I'm there, yes.
You're there for the concert, even if there is no backstage.
True.
Correct?
True.
Okay. You and Mr. Damiano sat together during the concert?
Yes.
Did he tell you that he and Mr. Dylan exchanged glances and smiles and nods during this concert?
No.
Did you see Mr. Damiano attempting to make eye contact with Bob Dylan during the concert?
Mm-hmm. No.
Sir, did Mr. Damiano have an envelope or notebook with him that day?
Oh, we had...
Radio City?
Yes. Radio City. We had the same manila yellow envelope.
And sir, do you know whether the contents of that envelope were the same as the contents in the envelope at the concert at Waterloo Village the month before?
I could, except for the tape, there was another tape of another justification, and but the songs, I have no idea.
And why don't you tell us what happened after that concert?
Jimmy was very nervous, and he didn't want to go. He was ready to just go home, and I said, no, Jim, we've gone this far. And we put the backstage pass on us. And we walked behind, and people let us go back stage, and there was Budweiser bottles on ice, little sandwiches, and 20 to 30 people backstage.
Okay. Most of the people wearing backstage passes?
Yes.
Any security guards at the entrance to the backstage?
I can't say for sure.
And what were you, in a little backstage room or something?
Yes.
A bunch of roadies and other types?
Fans and yes.
Fans. Okay. Bob Dylan wasn't there?
No.
Didn't see Bob Dylan after he left the stage? Never saw him again backstage, correct?
Correct.
You have no idea whether he left the stage and went out the side into a car and whisked away, or...
I have no idea.
No idea. Oh. Can you describe the backstage area where the room was off the stage that you went?
It was like a hallway and a little room. Backstage, there was an elevator there in the hallway area.
And what happened? You had some beers backstage?
Oh, I had at least one, maybe two.
Maybe some pretzels?
Maybe some little sandwiches. But
Okay. And then what happened next?
And then there was a black lady that has sang with Bob before.
That has what?
Had sang with Bob before. I seen with the Tom Petty tour. She was one of the 4 black girls that were singing with him. And as soon as she came out, I said, "You sing with Bob?" And she said, "Yes, I do." And she said Bob will be down, in the elevator for a few minutes, and we waited, and he never showed.
And do you know what this woman's name is?
No, I do not.
Do you know whether her name appears in any albums?
If it does, I'm not sure. But I know for a fact that she does. I mean, I've seen her sing with him.
And you heard her say that Mr. Dylan will be coming down to this room?
She said he should be coming down. Just wait. He should be down. He won't stay very long, but he should be down.
And who did she say that to?
To me and Jim.
Mm-hmm. Did you talk to her any more about
Sure.
it?
I said next to Dylan, he's the best song. Jimmy's the second best songwriter around next to Bob.
Mm-hmm. Did you believe that?
Yes, I still believe that.
Okay. And
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yes, I do, and I still believe that.
And what happened next backstage?
There was a guy that Jimmy did. He knew, if he didn't actually know him, but they had mutual friends, and he talked to him a little bit. Mm-hmm. And this guy had long blonde hair. He played in some band. I don't actually think they knew each other, but they knew the same people, some of the same people.
Can you describe this man? Long blonde
He had long blonde hair. He was, he wasn't real, he was about average height, but he wasn't big, but he was well fit. He was physically fit.
And this guy wasn't a member of Bob Dylan's band?
No. He wanted to ask Bob something.
This guy with the blonde hair was backstage for a similar reason that you were backstage. Wanted to meet Bob Dylan?
I was under the impression that he wanted to ask Bob if he could do one of his songs, one of Bob's songs.
This man with the blonde hair wanted to ask Bob after the concert whether he could do one of Mr. Dylan's.
That was the impression I got. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 90% sure that was the impression that I got.
What happened next?
Some guy came out and said, "You guys want to meet Bob?" And we said yes. And so he said, "Follow me." And so we followed this guy up and down the steps in the back. And he said, "Okay, stand here. Bob's going to be coming down this way." And we'd stand there, and he left, and then he'd come back. And he said, "Okay, over here." And then we went over there, and we waited. And we waited. This went on for 30 minutes, I would say. And then he said, "Well, he's got to come down this way, but you guys have to leave now. I have to clear the building." And we still had the songs. Haven't given them to anybody yet. Haven't met Bob yet.
Let me stop you right there, because you said a lot. Some guy, you said. Can you describe him?
He was a thinner build, a little taller, and he had brown hair.
And you said he took you up and down the steps?
Yeah. Back.
Did you and Mr. Damiano approach this guy and say, "Happy to meet Bob"?
No, he approached us.
And how did he know that you wanted to meet Bob?
I guess everybody, or at least half the people back there, probably want to meet Bob.
And is it fair to say that James Damiano made it pretty clear backstage that he wanted to try to have a get-together with Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
Clear to whom?
To the room.
Yeah, it was pretty clear. Everybody that we talked to knew that these songs that I had were, going to be given to Bob.
And the guy who we refer to as some guy who brought you up and down the steps, you have no idea whether he was the janitor or whether he was the light technician or who he was at Radio City Music Hall.
True.
Did you get the feeling at some point that he was jerking you around?
No, I got the feeling he was trying to help us.
And did he point to a door and say, that's Bob Dylan's dressing room? He's coming out of there?
No, he said he's going to be coming down these steps. He has to come down these steps. Has to.
Did you ask this guy, well, maybe Dylan just left the hall immediately after the concert?
No. He was sure that the guy, he told us, no, he has to come down this way.
But he was wrong, wasn't he?
Well, if he did, it was after we've already left, if he did come down that way.
So that if Mr. Okay. And then, who did he say he was?
I don't know if he did say. I was under the impression that he worked there, backstage.
We can keep going. I just was concerned with the third quarter maybe.
Okay. Did you have any interaction with the man during the 30 minutes that you were standing there on the platform?
He stood there with us a while, but then he left, and then he came back.
And when he said you had to leave, did you and Mr. Damiano say anything back to him?
No, he says he will be coming, but I have to clear the building. But he will be coming down these steps.
And this man had no idea who you and Mr. Damiano were, did he?
As far as I know, no.
What happened next?
We were right by the door where we were leaving, and we gave the songs to this guy.
To this guy who was leading you around?
Yeah.
And what, if anything, did he say after you gave him the song?
He said when Bob comes down this way, he has to come down this way. I will give him the song.
Oh, he said that?
Yes. That's it.
Is there anything else about the Radio City concert that you haven't either written in your statement or told us here today that you want to tell us?
No. I could tell you that that's about everything. I do recall him making I do recall him making a phone call. He said he was going to thank Tony for the tickets, and then I remember him, which I've seen him do a few times. He would take out a piece of paper and like all the songs that we gave this guy were all typed in an envelope. Again, another stack. I'm not sure if they were the same songs as Waterloo or not, but there was one on top that wasn't actually a whole song, but it was a paragraph.
That wasn't.
There was one on top that was written in ink that he just wrote that night.